Hi guys. So those of you that know about Emanate, or even if you don't, if you're a musician and you want to basically start to get involved with the platform, it's very early days. They're starting to onboard musicians, but there's something you can already do, and it basically won't cost you anything. And it's a bit of a fun way to start to build up your stake on the platform. So the way that Emanate's going to work is that you get like a free trial as a musician to put your music on, and you get paid for very basically as anyone listens to your music, you're going to get paid in their token, their internal token, which you can then trade for their EMT token. But you will need to stake the EMT tokens after the initial period so that you can continue on the platform to get rewarded, which is a good way of doing tokenomics, because a lot of the platforms that I've launched up to now haven't really thought too much about this. They've just kind of relied upon the fact that they think people will pay to be part of the platform, which isn't really a very good way of doing it, to be honest. So Emanate are trying something a little bit different, where you get kind of a free trial and then you need to stake your tokens to stay active on the platform, which is a good way to kind of keep the price up and basically well, it's just a better way of doing things, really. So who knows whether it will work, but it's looking good at the moment. It's certainly better than we've had before. Now, there is a fun way that you can start to stake your EMT tokens, or earn EMT, or buy EMT tokens, I should say, without having to spend any real money. And it's by playing a game. And I've been doing it, and even though it's not a lot of money, it's actually quite rewarding to think that you can play a very simple game. It doesn't take much time, and it allows you to basically sell gold in the game and buy EMT tokens with it, and then stake them on the platform, and you'll get 0.5% per week growth in the growth pool on the Emanate platform as well, which is fantastic at the moment. So if I go to my wallet here, you will see. So the MNX balance in the middle there, that's what you will earn eventually when your music starts getting played. As you can see, I haven't earned any yet. I've got, on the left, I've got EMT balance. I had some in the pre-sale bonus because I got involved very early on. But you'll see the 778.6857 that I've got in the growth bonus there. And if I scroll down, you will see within the wallet here, the Emanate growth pool, they're paying 0.5% weekly bonus to help Emanate grow. You can read more information about it there, but basically it helps bring on new listeners to the platform as well. And all you do is when you've got, you see I've got some Emanate here, I've got 778 EMT, which is already locked up in the growth pool, and I've got another 1,000 EMT here that I could lock and add to the pool, but I'm keeping that 1,000 for something else at the moment. So you can unlock it at any moment, any time as well underneath, and that's how you do that. So it's quite straightforward. But the most important thing is, how can you get involved without actually spending any money? You will need an EOS account. That's the first thing. Now, there's something called Scatter, which you can get at get-scatter.com, which is what I use. I linked it to an existing EOS wallet that I had called EOS Links, but now you can actually just use Scatter as your wallet, I believe. So you download the Scatter desktop, and that will give you basically a wallet that you can then, you'll need to send, I believe. This is the only bit that's a little bit of a pain in the butt to start with, but you will need to send it a little bit of EOS just to activate the account, so that people aren't just opening thousands of accounts. And also with EOS, you have to stake CPU and network and things like that. It's a little bit complicated and cumbersome at the moment. They're trying to make it a bit easier, but if you need help, the best thing to do is, there's a Discord. I'm going to put links to all of this underneath the video. I'm also going to create a post which I'll put out on Steemit and a few other places, which I'll put all these links in. And I've also got an affiliate link for the game Prospectors. And if you use that, I would appreciate it, because it will give us both a little bit of a bonus. Or I'm not sure if it gives you a bonus by doing it, but it gives me a little bit of a bonus, which I put all of it back into helping musicians within the Atom Collector Records community. So I would appreciate that. But anyway, they have, as you can see, there's a setting up an EOS account channel within the Emanate Discord. So that's the best place to get some help with it. There's always people around helping. So yeah, I'll put links to that, as I say. But once you've got your scatter installed, what it will do is it's going to generate a very short name that is your account. So you get the long keys like you get with any other cryptocurrency, but you also get a short account. So if you have a look at within the wallet, mine's called Atom Collecto. So you'll get one the same length as that, and you can basically send funds to that name, EOS and EMT funds to that name, and it will appear in your wallet. So moving on to the next stage. The game is called Prospectors, and you basically mine gold and do jobs for people, and you can sell the in-game gold instantly for EOS, and then you can trade that EOS, which I will show you how to do all of these things. It's not as complicated as it sounds. The most complicated bit is getting your EOS wallet set up. So go and ask for some help, as I said, and once you've got Scatter installed and set up, you click on Play Game, and it's going to load up the game. Okay, it's all done online. There's no download for this game. It does it all in the browser. And it will ask you to link to Scatter. Because I've already done it, I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, so it will ask you to link to your Scatter, and you just authorize it, clicking the tick, and you'll be in. And you can see at the top right, I've got exactly the same, basically my EOS account name up there. So that's what I'm doing. And right, so the way the game works, when you start, you're going to have no tools, okay? You have 3 workers down here, which you can see, and you basically send those workers out to do jobs and earn gold. And on the top left, you'll see I've got 32,353 gold up there. Now, you start with no tools, as I say, so you can click on a worker and say find a job, and the only jobs that will be available to you will be transporting by hand, so they won't pay very much. As you start to earn gold, you can buy different tools, and you can buy wagons and things, which means you can do higher paying jobs. And what I recommend you do to start with is do as many jobs as you can, and then eventually buy a wagon for each of your 3 workers. Once you've got wagons, you can do very high paid jobs, like 1,000 to 2,000 gold per job. And that's much better, because otherwise there's really not going to be very much gold at all. So all I do, I haven't, there's a lot more you can do in this game that I haven't even explored yet, but I'm just keeping it simple for now, because I quite enjoy just getting my little workers out there, earning some gold, and then buying some EMT and staking it. So you just look at all the jobs that are available where you are, and you can click on Perform, and you'll see that the different types of jobs, there's transporting jobs. In fact, these are all transporting jobs at the moment, but you also get manufacturing jobs, or whatever they're called, where you help people. But you click on Perform, and it will show you this one is a salary of 3 gold, and it's going to take 116 plus 10 minutes to do. What you'll notice is that this one's 570 gold, for example. That's probably because I've got a wagon. It needs a wagon to transport that. So start doing jobs. There's 1,048 on this one. So I'm going to pick one that's basically the biggest. 1,100 we've got. Sometimes you get like some that are 5,000 or something. It's quite insane. But there may be a way to do this more efficiently than I am, but I just tend to click down and have a look. You can probably just look at the stats. You can also move to different locations to find better jobs, but I can never figure that one out, whether that's very efficient. So let's go back and pick the one that was the best out of the bunch I've looked at so far, which I've already forgotten where it is. It was 1,000 odd, wasn't it? So 1,048, was that the best one? I think so. Oh, 1,161. So I'm going to do this job, and I just click Perform, and it will link to Scatter, and it will ask me to confirm that. So I will say yes, allow, and that says action completed, and you'll see my gold has now gone up in the top left, and my worker now, it needs 4 hours and 43 to go and complete that job before he's available again. So you do that with your workers, and as you get gold, what you'll do is I'll show you briefly how to do this, because I don't want to give you too much information, and maybe I'll do another video. But you go to the market, and you can start to buy things. Now I don't bother with resources. I just go down to the tools. So to start with, just you can click on shovel and it will show you all the shovels that are available. Now it will take you time to go, and if you buy one, it will take you time because you have to go to that location to pick up the tool. So for example, if this guy here, if I click on him, if his current location is at, sorry, if I click on him and click on the little target, which is the bottom of the three icons, it's going to show you exactly on the map where I am. So I'm at 0722. So if I find a shovel that I want to buy, I need to really find one that's quite close. Otherwise it's going to take me it could take me like a day to get there to buy it. So you've got to have basically a toss up between, do you want the cheapest price or do you want the closest one? So basically decide what you want, and you can then add it to the basket if you've got enough gold, buy it, send one of your guys there to that location, and then you have to go into that location and acquire the item, put it in your backpack, and then equip it so you can use it. I'll cover that another time. If people are interested, just let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. But that's basically it. I'm going to get this guy doing a job before we move to the next stage, because I don't want him to be wasting. Some of these jobs, as you can see, you can basically do as many as you want. But they tend to be ones that don't require any tools or anything, I think. So the transporting jobs are better. I can't even remember if you need to have a cart or a wheelbarrow to do transporting jobs or not. So you may have to do some of these jobs where you can just click and hold on here. It'll take you to the maximum available. So as I was saying, you've got making, building, and transporting. Once you get your wheelbarrows and carts, then you can just be doing the transporting, which pay a lot more. Okay, again, I want to try and find one that's paying. So that's 1,132. 1,009. So I'm going to do this one. Just get my guy going while I tell you about the rest of it. Again, back to scatter. Allow that. That's good. My gold's now gone up. So you just do that regularly. Get the guys doing their jobs. You can buy plots and do all sorts, but I haven't got anywhere near doing that yet. So the next stage, let me just check everything's recording still. Yep, so the next stage is to sell your gold. Okay, so if you click on account, what you can do here is you can do withdraw, and it will say you can convert your gold into PGL. So I will say, right, let's do, I've got enough available. I like to keep some because what happens is your tools, in fact, let me just show you that your tools will wear down as they get used. So you can see the green bar, my saw is nearly run out. My wagon's doing quite well there. So you need to keep enough available to be able to buy more tools. So if I'm just looking at all my wagons, I think the bottom one, yeah, the bottom one's got about 15% left on it. And then I'm going to need another one. And for a wagon, you can see they're quite expensive. I'll just take the shovel off. They're kind of 20,000 for a fully 600 hour. That means it can do 600 hours of work. It's going to cost me 20,000. So I like to keep enough available to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell 10,000. So I will go withdraw. I'm going to say sell 10,000 of my gold. That's going to give me 10 PGL. Click withdraw. It's going to ask me to go to scatter again. Allow that. Once you get the hang of this process, it's really quick. I know it seems like a lot at the moment, but once you've done it a few times, pretty straightforward. That's withdrawn. Right, now what I can do is, now I need to trade it. So I'm going to go to something called Newdex, okay, which is newdex.io. Again, I'll put the link in, but I've bookmarked the Prospectors GL, which is PGL to EOS trading pair here, and you can see the price. So you're on an exchange now, which can be a bit daunting if you've not done one before, but you want to be going to, I mean, you can search for it. Make sure you've got EOS selected as your main. So I'll just click on that again as the main thing, and then you can do a search for PGL. And that's going to show you the trading pair. And what you'll do is this will link to scatter as well. I think it'll ask you to do that the first time. Again, up the top, you can see my EOS account name. Atom Collecto, and it tells me I've got 10 PGL, which is that 10,000 that I just, the 10,000 gold that I just sold. So if I want to buy instantly, I can either wait for a better price, or I can just say I'm happy to buy at 189, which I will do. I've just gone down to 179. That's rather handy. So I can sell my, down in the sell PGL box. So what I did, sorry, I clicked on 179, the red number there, which is the cheapest I can get it for instantly. And then my balance is 10 PGL. So if I click on that, click on the BAL 10 PGL, it will fill in the box, the amount for me, and it's telling me it's going to buy me 0.1790 EOS. Click sell. Again, it goes to scatter. It says, do you want to allow that? I say yes. And then it says succeeded. Now I have to wait for that to go through. It's not instant because this is what's called a decentralized exchange. So I don't put any money on this exchange or any tokens or any crypto. I basically just do it all from my scatter wallet. It links to that. So that should go through when I think it does it via each block. So as the blocks are all getting processed and either mined or completed via staking, I can't remember. Well, I don't even know the details of how this exchange works. I'm just pretty sure that most decentralized exchanges do it. They process all the transactions at the end of the block. Now, you don't really need to know that. You just need to know that you've got to wait. So that should go through. What I've realized, I just did that at the wrong price, didn't I? I should have done it at the cheapest price to sell them at. I should have sold them at 178, not 179, because 178 is the current buy offer. So that was a bit silly. So I will revoke that and do it again. Allow that. That's revoked that order. Now I'll click on 178 and my 10 PGL, and I will sell them at that. Okay, actually that has gone straight through, as you can see now. So ignore what I said before, unless I've edited the video and taken that out. It's good to leave it in and show what you can do if you get it wrong. So yeah, so you want to click on the green one if you want to do instant. And there we go. So I've now got a bit more EOS. I got where has it gone? I got 0.178 EOS. Now I need to buy the EMT. So I've now got EOS. And what I can do now is I can go to search for EMT, and I've got the EMT EOS pair coming up here. Go into there. And I'm now ready to buy EMT. So you can do as much as you want. I like to do a small amount every day because then it averages out any of the price fluctuations. But if you're mining gold every day anyway, you'll be doing that. So again, you can either buy instantly, or you can put an offer in and wait to see if someone actually manages to sell you some. I'm just going to do instantly. The cheapest price I can buy instantly is 0.00505. I'm not going to use all my 13 EOS. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 0.25 EOS, for example. I'm just going to do that for now. I will need some EOS available for some other things. And then I can buy the EMT. Again, it goes to scatter. Allow that transaction to go through. And that's gone through. So now I've got 49.5049 EMT for that transaction. If I go back to my wallet, hopefully that's going to update soon, because it's saying I've got 1,000 there at the moment. That should link through. Might have to just do a refresh on that. Refresh that page. There we go, refreshed it. I've now got 1,049 EMT. So I can now stake that in Emanate, and it will start growing at 0.5% weekly. So if I put in the 49, I want to leave that 1,000 available. 49.4059, and I'll just say lock EMT. Again, back to scatter to allow that transaction. Done. I've now got more locked up and growing. So that's how you do it. It's as simple as that. You can just mine gold every day, stake it on EMT. So if you enjoyed that content, consider signing up to our Discord, which you'll see the link just above my head. It's for independent musicians who want to support each other. We have a fantastic group of musicians on there. I do a weekly audio video radio show where I highlight new music that's been submitted by our community, and we support each other on tons of platforms. We've got playlists, and I talk about and post about different ways that musicians can earn using platforms such as Emanate. So yeah, that's it for now. Let me know what you thought of the video below, please. And if you would like me to talk about how to do the tools and things like that, I'm going to try and find some other games. There's something called Crypto Sword and something or other, but there aren't that many games yet on EOS. But yeah, thank you very much.